Hey,
What's up?
we just saw Escape Room, the movie.
Also known as The Black Phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty good movie.
It actually was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, spoiler free, it's
I'm
about.
gonna start out spoiler free.
Mhm.
Then we'll get into some. There's not really much I want to say spoiler wise about this movie, but let's give our quick little review.
Yeah.
Don't know this movie? It's about a guy who's kind of weird. He kidnaps kids, and he kidnaps one kid, and hijinks ensue. Yeah. What'd you think?
So, are we getting into spoilers right now?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Let's give our spoiler free thoughts.
Spoiler free, I thought definitely a good movie. If you like horror movies or just suspense movies in general, I think this is like a movie that's worth watching,
Yeah, I gotta give this movie. It was actually a horror movie where I actually cared about the characters, and yeah, I thought this movie was pretty good. This movie follows. There's one kid, but it's really about two kids, about Finney and Gwen, their brother and sister, and they're both really good. Like, the actors do a really good job, and they're both interesting characters who go on their own little journeys throughout the movie. And I actually thought it was actually like I cared about them, and I wanted them to make it out okay, And Ethan Hawke plays the villain. His name in the movie is the Grabber, and he does a really great job. He is a really scary character. Yeah, and the story, it's not Shakespeare, but it works for what it is.
I think it's overall like a solid story. It was compelling all the way.
Yeah,
And it's set in 1978, and it's an interesting time period.
Yeah, I actually did I found this movie pretty anxiety inducing, actually. And listen, I am an absolute pansy when it comes to horror movies. I can't handle them, and I'm pretty terrified. It's pretty easy to scare me, but I can confidently say that this movie actually does do a pretty good job at ramping up the anxiety, especially as it goes on. And yeah, and I said it's Escape Room, the movie, but the scenes where he's coming up with ways to try and like get out or get to the next step, they're really interesting scenes, and every single one is super tense because the Grabber, he's there. You don't know where he is, but he's there, and it's pretty effective, I think.
Yeah, like there are a lot of really suspenseful scenes that involve him, especially near the middle of the movie. But I think I don't know. All right, so I guess just get into spoilers.
Okay, I don't have too many things to say about this movie, but one complaint: there's a brother character. He's the brother of the Grabber, and I found his character really pointless. He didn't really add anything to the story. He didn't add anything to the plot. Like, he really didn't need to be there.
He was really just in two scenes, and
then he dies.
And then he like talked in another scene, and then he's just dead.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. I don't even know why he was in the movie. You could have cut him out of the movie, and really nothing would have changed.
I thought it was interesting how he was like looking into the kids disappearing, but I feel like they didn't do really anything with it. Like, it could have been something interesting.
Yeah. And another complaint. It's not really a complaint. It's just kind of when they get to the final like showdown between Finn and the Grabber, I found it a little anticlimactic. Like, he just like I don't know. Maybe I expected more of like a chase or something, but he just traps him in a hole and then hits him a bunch, chokes him, and then that's it. I was like, oh, that was kind of.
I do like that Finn is like actually able to escape and have a good ending, but it's still a bittersweet ending because all the other kids still end up dying.
Yeah, but they were able to help him. So.
But in regards to Finn, I think he had a really good character arc with not being able to stick up for himself, and then later fighting the Grabber at the end, which I thought was I really liked seeing that happen and being motivated. That whole scene where he was being motivated on by Robin, I thought that was a great part of the movie.
Yeah, I like that scene too. It was really inspirational. I like the actor. His name is Mason Thames, and I thought he did a good job at portraying Finn as like he's like sort of frozen with fear like the whole movie. And you think that'd get repetitive, but he's like, because on the surface he doesn't look scared, but when you look at him, he's like paralyzed with fear, but you don't really like he does it in a subtle way, and I like that. And I also thought I don't know the actress's name, sorry, but the girl that plays his sister Gwen, I thought she was really good too, and I really liked her character, and I like the relationship between the brother and the sister. I actually thought it was a really really powerful theme of the movie. It was like Dipper and Mabel, kind of.
Yeah, it did remind me a bit of that. Yeah. And I guess the whole dreams that she has that kind of lead her to the grabber's house and everything, I thought that was done decently well, you know? Yeah. I thought they portrayed that well and show it the way it showed the 5 other kids who were also kidnapped.
Yeah. Another nitpick, not a huge complaint, but the score I found weird. I thought it felt more like an action movie score.
At times, yeah. Like when he's fighting the grabber, yeah. Like when Finn's fighting the grabber, that's kind of where I felt that the most.
Well, I mean, like when like the cops are like going to the house, and like when the final like the preparation for the climax of the movie, I was like, this is music for like when they're about to pull a heist or something. Not really like an intense conclusion to a thriller. I don't know. It's not a huge complaint. It doesn't ruin the movie or anything. But it was just I would have liked maybe some more somber music or something. This movie is a little predictable, but it's a good movie. I recommend it. I'm not seeing Elvis. I'm not seeing that bullshit. I'm not seeing any of that Elvis shit.
Fuck Elvis.
I could give a fuck less about Elvis.
Overall, it's solid though, you know.
No, it is a good movie.
If you're interested, you'll probably like it.
Yeah, this movie was better than I thought it would be. Actually, I thought it'd be all right, but
yeah, I don't know. The trailer is kind of bad. I feel like the trailer makes it look way worse.
The trailer's a little
the trailer makes it look bad. Honestly,
I'm not gonna lie. When the movie started and that Blumhouse logo came up, I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be a disaster." But thank God it wasn't. Yeah, I don't see most horror movies these days because most of them are kind of shit, so I don't
That's true.
But this one was good. I recommend it. I think it's good. If you're into those kind of Blumhouse movies, you know, you'll get a lot out of it. Go see it. Sucks. I feel like this would be a good movie to see with a crowd, which kind of sucks. We saw it in like the middle of the day, but there wasn't that many people. But I'd imagine this movie's pretty good to see with a crowd, so try and see it this weekend. Yeah, and again, Ethan Hawke as the grabber, really, really good performance. He's got a lot of character to him, but he's also like he's super scary. And that's about it. Final thoughts, buddy?
Good horror movie. Acting is pretty good. And I don't know. I thought I think the story overall was solid. So good movie.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Definitely would recommend it. Black Phone. Had my issues with it, but for what it's trying to do, I think it is a really intense. It's a really intense movie, and I like it when movies can really pump up that anxiety. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna win any Oscars, but I mean, it's not trying to. Plus, the Oscars are kind of a fucking joke now, so that's irrelevant to the video. But yeah, thank you for watching. The next review will be
end video.
Fuck you.